John had been in London for 3 years. He was a good worker. Reliable. Never late. His supervisor trusted him with the weekend shift, and his bank account showed it more money coming in than he'd ever seen back in Lagos. But every month, the same thing happened. He'd send money home. Pay his rent. Buy food. Top up his Oyster card. And whatever was left, it just sat there. In his current account. Doing nothing. One evening, John was on the phone with his cousin Peter, who had been in Toronto for 5 years. And Peter said something that stopped him cold. "Bro, do you have any investments?" John laughed. "Investment? I'm not a rich man. I'm just a working guy." Peter paused. Then he said, "That's exactly what I thought. Until I started putting £50 a month into an ETF. That was 3 years ago. You won't believe what it's worth now." John didn't know what an ETF was. But that night, he started finding out. ETF stands for Exchange Traded Fund. Let me explain it the way Peter explained it to John. Imagine a big communal pot. Thousands of people, all over the world, put money into that pot. The pot then uses that money to buy shares in some of the biggest companies on the planet: Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon. Dozens. Sometimes hundreds of companies at once. When those companies grow, the pot grows. Everyone benefits. When they dip, everyone shares the fall. But over time, historically, the pot has always gone up. That pot is an ETF. And the part that surprised John most: you don't need to be a millionaire to join. On some platforms, you can buy into an ETF for as little as £1. $1. That's it. Now here's the thing Peter told John that changed everything for him. You're earning in pounds. That's already an advantage millions of people in Nigeria don't have. But if you're just leaving that money in a savings account or sending it all back home, you're not using that advantage fully. An ETF, especially one that tracks something called the S&P 500, lets you put that foreign currency to work. Your money grows in pounds. In dollars. No naira exposure. No exchange rate eating your returns. The S&P 500 tracks the 500 biggest companies in America. When America's economy grows, your investment grows with it. It's not a guarantee, but over the last several decades, it has been one of the most consistent wealth-building tools in the world. There are other types of ETFs too. Sector ETFs focus on one industry: tech, healthcare, energy. Higher potential reward, but also higher risk. Bond ETFs are more stable, lower returns, good for balance. But for someone like John, just starting out, an S&P 500 index ETF was the right entry point. John asked the question you're probably asking right now. But Peter, how do I actually do this? I'm not a stockbroker. I don't have a financial advisor. Peter laughed. That's the beauty of it, bro. You don't need one. In the UK, platforms like Trading 212, Freetrade, and Vanguard UK make it simple. No complex forms. No big minimum deposits. You open an account on your phone, choose your ETF, and start. In the US, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, even Cash App Investing give you access with zero minimum. In Canada, where Peter was, Wealthsimple is the go-to. You can open a TFSA, a tax-free savings account, and invest inside it. Every penny of growth tax-free. Peter gave John one warning, the same warning I'll give you now. Make sure whatever platform you use is regulated in your country of residence. Check the fees. Protect yourself. Don't just invest somewhere because a stranger in a WhatsApp group told you to. Start small. Learn the platform. Then grow. John's last question was the one that had been holding him back for years. How much do I need to start? Peter's answer was simple. Start with what you can afford to leave alone for at least 1 year. ETFs are not a get-rich-quick scheme. They are a get-rich-slowly, get-rich-surely tool. The power is in consistency. In time. In showing up every month, even when the market dips, even when life gets hard. John started with £50 a month. Not because it was a magic number. Because it was what he could commit to without feeling the pressure. And every month, quietly, that money went in. And it grew. The Nigerian diaspora sends over 20 billion home every year. That's love. That's family. That's responsibility. But Peter always said, what about the money you keep for yourself? What's it doing? The gap between Nigerians abroad who invest and those who don't is going to be enormous in 10, 15 years. You want to be on the right side of that gap. John is. Now. And you can be too. If this story helped you see ETFs differently, share this video with a Nigerian abroad who needs to hear it. And subscribe to Smart Money NG, because every week, we break down the money moves that actually work for Nigerians in the diaspora and back home. I'm David. Stay smart with your money. And I'll see you in the next one.